who are experiencing brutal attack on a daily basis. On the daily basis, they are experiencing brutal attacks. The women, our sisters, our mothers, they are experiencing a rape, violation, a violence that actually committed against them. On behalf of all of them, I would like to say thank you. Our voice will be raised, and we will raise our voice together, and we stand together on behalf of the Sudanese people. Number one, the war in Sudan has brought a famine, leaving a countless of family with no access to a food. Children are dying of hunger, which is preventable tragedy. Number two, they are nearly 180,000 people innocent people have been killed in this war, with many others are dying for the lack of medical services. Number three, this war has caused over 10 million people, Sudanese, who are forcibly pushed out of their country, pushed out of their community, and some to a neighboring country and some to a location which is unknown. And among these people, there are people who are experiencing violence on a daily basis, and these violence are preventable. It's all because of the Janjaweed. Number four, the Janjaweed has caused the tragedy such as destruction of the hospitals, schools, university, looting of banks, and leaving zero resources for the Sudanese people. And on top of that, even the younger generation or the future generation, they have nothing left for them. Every institution that is state, it has been destroyed. Number five, the atrocity that committed against the women and children, they are targeting unimaginable crimes that committed by the Janjaweed. On a daily basis, we are hearing cases after cases of rape, cases after cases of people have been pushed away from their home, cases after cases, property have been stolen, cases after cases, we have been seeing women has been used as a weapon to destroy them. Cases after cases, children have been kidnapped. Cases after cases, we have been seeing children has been sold out to the neighboring country. Number five, the war in Sudan has destroyed most of the resources that we have stocked for the future. It has been destroyed. All of our agricultural land today, they have been mined, which means leaving that no option for no one to work without prevention. And this is something which is preventable. Today, as we speak, as we stand here in Geneva, we are actually in a country where there is a peace and democracy. We are enjoying it, this peace and democracy. But on the other hand, we have our family members, our sisters, our mothers, our relatives in Sudan. Out of 32 million Sudanese, there are 25 million Sudanese who are experiencing a violence on a daily basis, which is leaving us with no option rather than coming here in this podium, expressing ourselves, standing in a solidarity and raising our voice. Despite the complicity of a few countries that I'm not going to name them, despite of their complicity, despite of their support to the militia group, but this support, this complicity will not break us. We are here together as the Sudanese. جيش واحد شعب واحد. جيش واحد شعب واحد. جيش واحد شعب واحد. جيش واحد شعب واحد. مشتركة فوق. مشتركة فوق. And I would like also to remind the international community, as we are standing in this podium in Fasher, in Darfur in particular, the city of Fasher is experiencing a siege. This siege has been for so long, for 5 months. And during these 5 months, on a daily basis, the civilians have been terrorized by the Janjaweed. They are bombing every house. They are bombing every schools, every hospitals, every university in Fasher has been bombed. The people in Fasher have been experiencing over 130 attacks from the Janjaweed groups, which is with the hope of taking control of Fasher. But we want to remind the Janjaweed, from Switzerland, from Geneva, in front of the international community, Fasher is a red line. No matter how many times you attack, but you will not take control of Fasher. In Al Junaina, the Janjaweed have committing a crimes, which is a racial crimes against the tribe Masalites. They have been burying people alive. The governor of West Darfur in Al Junaina has been killed in front of the public media. No one say a word about it. But we also want to remind you, no matter how many Khamis you kill, there are still millions of Hamis are coming behind from Al Junaina. And Al Jazeera states, which is one of the main resourceful states that is funding, it's become like the fruit of basket for the Sudanese people. Today, the militia controls 75% of that agricultural land. Today, the people in Al Jazeera have been enslaved by the Janjaweed. People in Al Jazeera today have been pushed to leave their homes away. People in Al Jazeera today, especially the women, our sisters, our mothers, are experiencing on daily basis 20 cases of rape continually. And we want to also remind you that despite you can continue rape as much as you can, but you will not break the Kandaka. Kandaka is the solid woman that in Sudan is known, and no matter how much you do, you will not break them. And finally, I also want to remind that two questions that we are all here, we have it, every Sudanese today. Where is the international community? That's the first question. And if there is international community that we believe it exists, why are they silent? That is the second question. Silent could be a complicity. Silent could be accounted as a complicity, no matter what you say. The media, we knew that they are complicit, but why the international community are not saying anything? And the third question, where is the regional power? Like IGAD, where is IGAD? Where is the African Union? Why are not saying anything about the violence in Sudan? We have two recommendations. Our first recommendation, as we stand here, that we urge the international community to hold all the perpetrators accountable, especially the Janjaweed and the country that are funding the Janjaweed. Number two, we call upon all the countries to stop supporting the militia. And also we want as the international community to impose sanction against all the countries who are supporting the militia Janjaweed. No matter what is their location or the geographic location, they should be sanctioned, because through this sanction, the war will stop. And number three, we want to also remind the international community that the war in Gaza and in other places should not overshadow the war in Sudan. Sudan war deserves to be spoken about. Sudan war deserves to be published in every media. Sudan war deserves to be published everywhere. Sudan war deserves attention, not only from the media, but also from the Human Rights Council. As we speak, the session 57 is taking place in Geneva. And we remind all the stakeholders that do your duty, which is that denouncing all the countries who are supporting the Janjaweed. Do your duty by also taking position strongly to stop the people who are supporting the militia. In conclusion, peace cannot be kept by force, and it can only be achieved by understanding. We stand here not only for the Sudan, but also for a peace and justice everywhere. And also we are here to remind you that, to let us let us demand an immediately action for Sudan. Every voice counts. Every action is matter. Together we stand in unity for the peace in Sudan. Together we stand in unity to stop the bloodshed in Sudan. And finally, solidarity now and peace always. جيش واحد شعب واحد. جيش واحد شعب واحد. جيش واحد شعب واحد. جيش واحد شعب واحد. مشترك فوق. مشترك فوق. مشترك فوق. مشترك فوق. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Abdulaziz.
مشترك فوق. مشترك فوق.
الآن كلمة الدكتور هاشم مختار خطاب UK بريطانيا.